the perfect setting for a game like this. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. So Texas A&M's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And here comes Marcel Reed. More than 300 yards passing and a couple of touchdowns last time out. Wants to adjust the pattern. Reed. That's reeled in. It's Riley. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
Makes the grab.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama, big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route 80 yards and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch of this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack. Still going to be tough to stop. It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The run inside. It's Owens. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short. Choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Down and rolling the dice pays off.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come.
Caught, and he's got room. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And the Aggies line it up with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback will keep it. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays. And on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find something.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
The Tigers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space, was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that, too. If they could find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll move the wide receiver. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Owens. Could be an alley. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Throwing Reed. Quickly out to the tight end. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And the Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wide receiver going in motion. From the red zone, he's going to throw it right down the middle. He's got it on the run. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 20. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
So now it's second and long. He might want another play. Here's Reed to throw. This time he's got his man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. The run inside. It's Owens. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Reed. Here's the pressure. He sacked this defense all over him.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long, but players like that are getting after him.
They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Quarterback keeps it. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble play.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to him. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Reed. He fires a bullet to the right. Picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Back to throw, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's 1st down from the 38. Quarterback may change this route. Throwing Reed. He's looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Williams open on the right side. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
A&M comes back out with another first down. He goes right back to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Owens. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Aggies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Reed to the air again. Takes the easy one to the back. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Run in the red zone. It's Owens. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them. Successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Snags it, and there's running room. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And I think this is the part of the field where your alert should go up. Like, the radar should go up. These touch passes, like, to get to the perimeter. You've got the middle really secure with bigger bodies and more people in the box. So, nice job by this defense, seeing the ball, spit out wide.
Grabs it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Now on the move. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Here's Reed to throw. He fires to the left side. He's got it! And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Dropping back, it's Reed. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's no... The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Reed Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Brought down at the 46-yard line, and that's enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Unloads quickly. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Running inside, it's Owens. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, man. That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Got his man on the outside. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The run inside. It's Owens. Snowed under by the defense. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Owens. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line, well within field goal range, but let's see what they do on this 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this field goal might not put the game in the freezer, but it would ice it down pretty good. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. You understand the celebration after taking the lead, guys, but this thing is not over yet. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback. Save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Simmons throws to the wideout. He's got him wide open. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
A really good job by the wide receiver understanding I don't have timeouts. A few extra yards are not going to help my offense, but stepping out of bounds, stopping the clock, getting the first down, continuing to keep this drive alive to try to come over here and take advantage and maybe win this game.
Wow, and with that field goal with so little time left here in the game, it looks like this thing's going to OT. You have to give that young guy so much credit. He had the weight of the world on his shoulders, and he's able to knock it through. We've still got some football left here, fellas.
We'll get it started here in overtime. Throwing Simmons. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Austin Simmons, a play fake. Got him and nobody's close. Touchdown, Tigers. They take the lead here in overtime. Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Reed got it behind the line. It's Owens. Shakes a man, and he might take off. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. First and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. Pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on third down.
Pucks it out of the air, and the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line.
How about that?
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and trying to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Reed to throw for it on 4th. Going for 6. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
And he tacks on the extra point. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play.
Got enough space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. First and goal, they'll try to take the lead here in the second overtime. He'll take it himself. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
And the D deny them on second and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Touchdown, Aggies! They take the lead here in the second overtime period. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Here's Simmons to throw. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Tigers. They got it in to tie it up here in double overtime, and now the two-pointer will win it.
I think the quarterback showed his head coach a lot on that last touchdown pass, the poise and the confidence. And because of that, David, on this upcoming two-point play, you might just put it back into his hands and let him go win it.
Yeah, man, I need it again, right? Like these rules, I got to go for 2. This is a clutch moment. Obviously, got to come up big. Do you trust him again? You worked on these two-point plays all year long, all week long. That's what you do. You know the rules.